Enti mema wakwa babio enfambra na watwe dwumede so zafe na audio afidi ato ha aha Adom TV o tie so radio so Asempa 94.7 FM. Well, enti memre na yenhye ye dwumede na se Detective Samuel Nana Apio Wusu CEO for Global Intelligence and Security Analysis Center. Mention say emfi so me sure say tape ne by now what
Oh, yes.
Who is saying first?
Me that's pa na metie tape no.
And sign crap mema wa bemu no. Ebia ya omo hwe ne omo mutie no obi ente ne ekoso no. Enti yenkwe na yemfa tape no mbro na wo aso tie bi nsema ebeto dwa na wotwe mu about IGP Dr. George Ekufo-Dampare yeba.
No, who's as about special photograph. The work is here, and look, I remember you used to watch. She comes, competition special prosecutor. About I give you a tip. And I remember, because I asked, why do you feel policemen? You have a very famous and you have seen him. You see how humble he is.
Yes, very.
And I told you, he is a lawyer. No, I've met him. That is why every policeman wants to see him as his or her IGP. Master, that's how now, mommy, you're crying.
When I met him, I was surprised.
Thank you. You see, humility. This genuine humility. Genuine. And here the faithful humility. Yes, he's the one that we want. Now, when you say the enemy, you will see the outcome of the elections. Do you understand? Yes. And he's a true party man. The president is aware because of the way he's being treated. He decided that even Joe seems to rather agree with him that you are a party man. If these people don't want to give you the IGP, because of you, I won't go again. Come and contest my seat, and I will support you to win. That is not what we want. We want him. Constituency, yes, but why? We don't want him as MP. I see. Yes, doctors, I told you, he's a party man. You see, and the president is aware. I am telling you, he's here. You see, it is not only his constituency that we want him to serve.
No.
He should serve MPP at the national level.
Yes. I mean, that's his profession.
That is his profession. Yes. He's a lawyer, he's a chartered accountant. He taught me at the police college. You see? So he's the one everybody wants to see. This man is not a lawyer. He has no fair idea of the law. He has never been on the field. It was NDC that was promoting him day in, day out. When Master was assistant superintendent of police, he was a sergeant.
You are what?
Sergeant.
I told her he didn't believe that.
Sergeant. Then NDC brought you this far. Now, what he's bragging about is the fact that he will be IGP to 2030. Because the mama has promised him if he should win, may God forbid anything. If he should win, he will maintain him as IGP.
Who was there to hear this?
Oh, it is true. Wait, a meeting was held, of which he was a party to that meeting, and where he was even
NDC meeting
headed by your mama.
And
this thing is not coming from you. You can Google, you see it.
I know that.
You can go to Ghana Web. Yes, the number of
You go what?
Go to Ghana Web. Let your boys do it for you. You see it. Nnawotwi. It is one of his recent episodes. This was the topic. This was the subject matter. This was what was discussed.
And that our MPP.
So you mentioned his name publicly, Nnawotwi. Whatever is
Possible vice presidential candidates. Includes Nnawotwi.
Dampare.
What will be his wife?
Yes, if he should win. But all these things Dampare is doing.
But are you saying that President Nanado doesn't hear this?
Who will tell you?
Me, I've heard it. I will say it, but I just don't want to say it later. It will be found to be not true.
Mention Paul Adom Ochi. Call Paul Adom Ochi.
Good for Adom Ochi.
Oh, he's very close to the president. He's a journalist.
You should ignore it with the contempt that it deserves. There is no plot to remove anybody. I don't know about anything. As far as I'm concerned, he's doing a good job.
And will you investigate if there's a so-called tape of a certain senior police officer and MPP government officials trying to plot anything of the sort?
Well, I serve my president and I'll do what is policy to bring the development of this country. I'm not sure I want to get involved in any investigation of things, except that they relate to crime. Then we'll do that. But I think that so far, I think we are doing well.
Odin Kaite a tape no and the Minister of Interior response or the my Parliament so the 12. So very, very interesting discussions over Yemfambre now also tea analysis and penny if we into this. Well, still detective, men starting film check. Into tape no. Then I will
Okay, me that's it. Yeah, me who tape on them. My tea was very lengthy. I was driving from Kumasi to Accra. I know more this Sunday, you know. I took time to listen. Now, the meeting my can is see here, me and I were high. It's just an alleged something lawyer ha. Until say you be say, Kofi ama adwoa ene hia and I know moody in common. You I be fan say a rumor and I gossip. Now, near a woman no. Yeah, who say who be a abeto edwa ne ametima kan wo ho no say nia eye soronko e wo saadi we hu an say we aba public na me ne umienu yate
so
yes esan say enya de foforo a ye be ka say afei na obi ka IGP bi hu asem e de a kire political figure bi ana say yatene ba bi edin komo na obi o hold position sabi ni din abetom e wo ho fititititi
me da fe na metio ntia na me ntia se
ye de ye ba adwuma no mu kakra no kopem se ye free mu ne ye free mu ne nea ye da susua ne ye hu ne di akire nti ye ma history ni kakra say free nana owusunsia former IGP free ni penso
on year 99
I think early 2000
okay
very good
and then owusu
ana ono efiri ho eba ya bepem ebra ye be appoint yewura kwatin e champion yes at the time I think it's na 2004 2005 and ye be appointed no ne ko mu kopim se ne nsakan ye ana ono nso so ne breso obefiri ho nom ama obi foforo abetake over esan ba ya be very serious Abra Miss Robinson. And so by yes, I'm Rena.
So on take you on for after Quatin.
Yes, or I take a craft
after Quatin and then for Queen.
And send the uniform and a queen ever. History now you want in no. Actually say IGP position no. And yes, I would na ya throw na yet a show in some. A positioner. Ufa police hierarchy no the only positioner will lobby very hard serious with nkrofo ha omo betrimu yedu and sana ya recommend you say asumasi among the three no a omo dua beto dwa no asumasi na yemfa man so enti ne ekoso wo edem a yennimu no saa de we ye wo tape yi so no bebre ka ho bi bebre ka ho na ne enti e ma ne ba ne sa ne se unse komo e wo commissioner rank ni nyina from the rank of ACP DCOP basic commissioner no eye tibia soronku bia uduru ho no mo a na akoye se adwuma nimu no wade wo ho
okay
se okofia unya opportunities bebrebe on your retirement no eboawo ena se unya bedi IGP no nso so na se mpo busumi nsia ana fimpo na abaye IGP no a so mayimu se obi otumi sen wa na bia ya the president because decision e fa man yi ho ban bon sem ne niam bebre ni nyina no nya wo beka bia no aban no is likely and I say your tiso as president no obeja to mu dia ye adwuma enti enye position bia obi abetima tena se aka se menya no based on my merit na say me qualification ebia me wonti ene ye de ma me eye position a obetima nya academic qualification nyina nanso se nipa bi anta wachi a ye mfa ma
okay
enti enya de nwanwa enya de nwanwa kra se ye beti se mpanimfo bi edi nkomo na ebia ababeto dwa se obi ka IGP bi ho asem na ono nso nya ope
no but we dey omo hwe se otie tape now say on wire 2024 so there's an angle of elections ebeba ne omo so hwe before you say even the deployment to us in north and kra and koye in the tape what is or caso even opposition leader say oba obemana to us until I say onye committed to the cause of the government and no man in dangerous say IGP also say we nyina no omo hwe so be say just one side
well ni nyina no ye part of lobbying no a enipa ne ye no say ono nso benya akwanya na say ye be consider no the truth is ye misa say ye wura dampare ono nso obepe position no edi ensem no ko ka kire some political figures bi wo oman mu
okay
so what you say e fa hin no fa ye ana bi mu so ne di nanim ene nkomo a okodi ye assurance o de ma ye so hun commitment a o kire say obeye ni nyina no wontumi nyi amanyosem emfiri
okay
enti enei se obi tena ba bi no odi sa nkomo no a it is because say IGP no oti sesi ano nso no ontumi mfa ne sense ni bu nka se ono de oti ne ba bi eno mampani Akufo Addo excellency kan se ma fa telephone afro se bra na me fa sa position we emma ono nso lobby now the twist of politics say obeboa ma obi awe na election na obi be lose election no I na me mpese ye beg this ankomo no
okay
esan say senkana police etimi boa pa ma aban bi etena tumi mu a anase edinkunim wo election mu a anka the place anase ehu bi anase bra na esi ehu bi pa 2008 minua yi ene minyina bi di adanse say si ye pe aban a ebema police adwuma kra ya akono na omonya sabia ni monyam enya tools ene niema be bredi adwuma enka yo mampani Kofo breso
okay
from 2001 to 2008 and the record is there in the sabre no anka no mampani Kofo free so no na ya to aba na ya ko second round nanka ese enya kekra bi di soso nanka aban netimi ato aso no police no ne military no wo mo ka ho nyina no kan plain say o mu ntimi en supporto sekobase NPP elusu election no
okay
that should tell us say as a minor ye 3 year that be am boss security na baso say ye 3 year say consistently no ye hunu from 92 up to 2020 say ye to abana say ye declare say wo party we what lose a security ni na be support am ya ka say what lose ye ka so wa win nso so a wa win nso on be bo wuchidom ana say on be protect enti sa niema ne nkomodie we ye ekoso we nyina mu no it is just purpose for lobbying and to make sure say bia obenya favor Adom bi ebeto ne so otherwise media ewo mu say nyina ye nim say election has a lot of niema bibra ekomu but se dodo no decide say yen hwe de esi okumawu nansen ya na me ka ho bi pa ye call ye grounds ne ade ye to aba nyina everything was very free and fair ye wie ya ne ye say MPP a we city no police fo gina ho muntimi nya hwe ede na mo beye enipa na obepie free ni fie aba beto aba no wapie aba wa beto abo 5 ya close ya start ya kan ya say we awene enti ya declare ya call a send off the same thing woman beto aba ni fin say esase ye to ede ma asomasi ya to ede amano se wo ye police ni na ugina ho no mo a woni tumi bia say obe influencer na obeka kira asomasi bi say aba no aye ba beto no monton ko ha anase ya wie na ye kan no mon change figure ni bi enti si ye pe obi obeboa ama ya we na election enka yamfa ya adwene mumunko electoral commissioner so sanse software na dey collation no enya ne sem ne wo police IGP ben the bit maka say software na dey collation no ono ne control nti the figures na ba as and when the figures are trickling in no ono no be kase yamfa instead of 10 no yenya ne 100 it is not possible so no unless of course say ebia obisi ono de obetena se na wa plan bibi na wa create some chaos ehọ na ebia obeka se ene enu nti no mehia wo police ni say boa me na ba se me pese me ye basabasa no a watimi atamachi ama ma ye basabasa no but se ba se figures na election no pa mu nkunimdie dia me hunu babia police ni bi beka se me na momfa membra as IGP na me be IGP no a metimi aboa ama matimi ayedebe awene election ebi abebo se obeye deployment se wo ye deployment a deployment na obeye no ebi a ya kire se ha ye hotspot aha eye bi a say ha ye say nti some information nyina ye de amam e na wo de men no eko now men na wo deploy omo no onim se me nua yi wo ye CPP e na onim se me nso so ametie yi ebi am ye GRP enti se wo deploy me na me kọ station ho na me kọ no madwuma ne se yese me nkọ gina ho nkọhwe se de a obeto aba no wato na ba na wa wie na onko so enti sa adwene bi a ehihye bi no mu tirim no na wonim politicians no so ya no amunye very careful
and now the
security mpanimfo we nyina no omo dada politicians o me kan no kura pa kiro omo dada politicians because of opportunity of a favor of a kwan bi obefa so a ono nso de aben ni bi oba bedibi enti nyese bi a oba se we too loyal to you to the point say e bi ono de wono ne ba na se Ghana force ya to aba wadi nkugu a o se chinchini a yemfa ma obetimi di ama enya no kre.
All right, interesting. Nana Nnawotwi and kind of someone and happy also detective or CEO for an intelligence and security analysis company. Well, member lawyer, so lawyer to say Nana, you've also been there. Nana may who say oh for but why say we should be scared about this? Because yes, a for by Yenteda. We open eyes about Tabentin Yatibi.
Okay. And then see what's one for or can a sanwa, many are doing it's of the background now. If he balances them on Cathro say, and not for but oh, they are teacher. And he said, we MP might be an account the own TV, as you rightly indicated. And I don't know where I was over Canada, but may as some word, may percent me fun on 2 dimensions. But medical fun on the effect of Sadi way I see. Oh, I did back a woman and said, a band is saying a erode public trust in the service. Because a Jumani, a Juma, or mine, say, a bad internal security, a police no be until one me from him one. And they are holy. It is almost a cautions for what, so therefore, be prisons for baby. Na police na kasa woman boy. And this out in a police for there. So when it comes to internal security protection, life and property, police for them. It is a woman a boy who buy no. Sir misconduct saying to see woman tamua. Yen yet mamufu ye besina anya didie say. Umuduma dia umudie no a quarter thing and ne kwanswan. It's the trust that you munebana say na provokers can say a diminish a cofum. Because you don't expect say you be who says money be a free room. Omo de omo be a Quebec be a and come a secret. Omo dance. Omo ni any penti ko train they are drilling the civilian from you and make you a new creature. So okay. And because you a civilian, on maybe I will be a kwampo na udidi. And I will uniform be and to cocobitu and cause a all those things when you join the service you can't be doing that. So you are seen as a different person. And the assassin to me is a room, I said to me a room, and I know because I watch you could do. So that's it. I said to me, even those that the ordinary civilians will be you, but not the end very effective than wow uniform. So that's it. And say, who I say, and you will now go woman. What does Ben be seeing a dear? A problem. Number 2, se unyam panimfo atete sa I mean top hierarchy officers or not say senior officers we expect to say woman no they lead and kwala bebre na wo mase wo hwe say mpanimfo mienu if supposedly say wo mo ampa na say wo na kasa ya enye constables bi in because I was going seniors how much more one who is supposed I think one is a superintendent so the other is a commissioner if I'm right na semgrofo ya Adom do na sound na say show mase na wo atie sikwam misconduct wo mu senya and it's your problem because normally in kasa excuse me say misbehavior be same you should find it in the lower ranks not at the top because one no even in the service one much be a friend said the wisdom kept as a trainer said what baby what do no adwuno abse Bible said adwufu nyansa ni tiri ho enti obi what do nyansa ni nimdi ya ba ni tiri mu se nti saa bra no ni ye nyina nti constable no afi no abam foforo corporal bi lance corporal bi da bi what do a wisdom level so if the wisdom level men are misbehaving like this it is also a problem number 4 such behaviors also create negative impact within community relations because me gidie bi am we so mind to minim bi ni apon am wo nti dan tira police service na wo constitution ni no to mind to minim bi ni kitaw and no mind to minim emfiri ba bi na ba yen nyina na ye kan bo mu na ye de ma wo it is ye to mi am wo say ye no wo nkita hodie bi so na hu video bi na IGP ekọ ba bi a o se nkwala bi kan ya exactly because nkwala no at some point they understand say when principle wo nkita hodie police so to me ben no police and so suro. So the old mentality never when the man the IGP wanted to to erase that kind of mentality from their mind and make them feel that we are one and that you are even our bosses and we are the servants. So what you say? Because Sana was saying in this because why Sana and pass suban sabita president ban hunu bi say ni enya bi wo because about Sana that relationship now so creating it becomes distorted. So what I say? Now obi say eba ne sempo ni beduru ha kodjo aduma no aseho no mo kasa medura won se madura de biwa pyramid sa good e form de kosoro no na se ye prunia na be keto abi sa na wo se aduma ranks ne yo ban se sa na tie no say no kosoro no ranks na doso bisa me ne sometime ago me ya balance boy in the 90s and me papa police sergeant no me go sergeant for the call retirement when you say be in between you what dinam 30 something years one in the rank or the sergeant because now ranks in ye musa and now you can't count the number of inspectors that police officer chief inspectors we go and count it tens of thousands nothing say also station behind chief inspector na yes I mean okay well you are speaking from your point of view but in reality yes oh okay what is that even though you can have let's say if you have here to them when you chief inspectors definitely there be a senior among us you know the first say their number and the service number and the senior okay tie boy nyina boy mix na say nyina nyanda kroa so no number be 40312 na papa be 40313 maybe 40314 or no 312 no edi anim to na senior in that order okay so what I say but the person dey na make cases no say aduma no our second ranks na e form no do so sin soro okay some time ago me no be di one dance ko bi achi be regional commander at super and achi super superintendent very young when me papa no di police na Ashanti region for instance the deputy regional commander was a super the regional commander was an assistant commissioner and the entire region as antimantem ni na ACP no pe na ACP e semantam we share ACP biara ba biara ono pe so we need to prune the ranks as they are going up and the first year na mates and the doesn't mean say nyina ya fuwa ko duru commissioner ho nti e bia ya commissioner rank no your course na bia course let's say course 40 course 40 ni munipa bia 100 na 100 ni nyina ko nya commissioner so be retire come on e ban say na this adi we ban because any IGP ranking is the only political rank in the service okay and no the political rank in the service and no ko the tier say who here back benso sometimes when MPP government is in power they do what we call deputy IGPs. But I don't know. In fact, we are another second time one. The first time we were upon as deputy. Second time one. So now, back up na IGP na happen. Okay. In this IGP no. Busa mo say IGP dey cover free. You find free commissioners. So who are plenty commissioners? You create this kind of chaos.
No more commissioners and awards this year.
Oh, if I'm not mistaken, I think there are more than 10.
Be about yes.
Yeah, there are more than 10. I mean, count to town, but there are more than 10.
But we should total force and over 10 commissioners. That's
so
slim enough.
Sure. One more, a grananti, I can have so many people rank.
Commissioner.
For IGP, no being one day creating that next zero return copy. I am telling you as a former police officer.
I didn't, yeah.
Oh, we saw no work. I mean, everybody knows it. Upa be a phone and I can not police phone conference. Kabati, Obi a constable, and don't forget that IGP number you can be appointed constable to become an IGP. It doesn't matter anyway. But for the constable, body and IGP, no, just 1 week and he retire. He is going to retire as a full IGP. Wouldn't remember the package and everything involved to be everybody want to be there. And so necessarily on no the power that you carry, the power. The whole Ghana police service is number one person. When we speak, is law. So what I say, and manibre and penis and don't want to doesn't take and never about. But you see, I bear sad because I don't know my history. In the past, no, and Janentino, Aquaso San, and then now with the Abia wanting negatively, I may have to tape into the account was. But the president himself put no about one. Because I'm right. And when you are woman can see a power account to police service. It won't show who 90 san. Position I want to say when you new view. But the challenge also is that IGP officer was a new term of office.
Yeah.
It's not like say we are the man already 4 years. Yeah, the man already 2 years. There be said
unless they be our retirement.
And no put it yes, and officer from one year born as IGP that can 2 years be not no coffee. And say man 1 year or 2 years more extension.
1.5 years.
1.5 years. Extension in the man.
Okay.
In the between the amount. And now what's because we office in the term.
Okay.
In Tibet, I said that the reason why I may say secondary probe numbers of your woman. It's not just about getting to know who are those involved. But ensign and for the say young pruny ranks and as they are going up. It should not be the same base up.
Okay. Can you read it to a probe the memory about because
it's like for me and
for me.
The program no go the Americans should be a senator. Say the political party ne woman. Say oh Anna we need me more party man need to me and we do sponsor party no party ni sika and when you say we are police we are politician.
Na say IGP political
but you know kasa ni IGP na kasa.
Banzo no political be.
TNT mo say me picking us be o mo say yes we was sponsor party ni kwa na go go nim no. Police in your uniform. Who was that political party? Police in your duty is to protect life and properties. But some kind of one now, what this kind of winner money mono? As was that political party. Now we are going to say, "Nam the why in the area more about by giving you the rank of IGP." Never did be. Now what you about political party? Let me tell them here. If the NDC party is going to win 2024 elections, no being born of man can change that. Nipa be to be changing. As soon as someone wants to have a similar amount, now when then to Malabos na yabu now kwata mde kozi. And now when then you can't stampede the victory. You can't change the victory. It will come by its own means. What mean yamushe? Name mono yan kan say police officers are police. Yeah, you say tema yan pen ya better na politics.
Of course.
Opa ya na be any.
Okay.
But then nine sponsor political party.
Okay. Yo. Mate, me da say lawyer to very man. Dr. Doke Niesi, I'm sure IGP Pronuncia or call Obeshe na Betty Kakra. Say then Niesi. A crime benson as a bit me and affect yes, sick, your Bible, your internal security, I mean, because now there won't be that sort of in Kaboma be here amongst the top men. No more to me, a boy and Hobansan.
Okay, but that's a mature Ashafo 84. Now, first of all, the AC are very unfortunate. Now, many and more can be brave. So this is not the first time, but there's a reason we yate. Sure. Now, Bofun Milibeka says early warning signs, right? This one of them. Say, APNO, it offers us the opportunity to look at mechanisms, approaches are. EBTMI, ACHO, which will not be short term, but long term.
Okay.
To stop the kind of menace, say, BCBU. What I say. Now, first of all, no. It means the hierarchy is not united, which is very dangerous to the internal security of this country. Sure. Looking at the threats that we have around us, close to our borders, extremists, Yamana, they are likely, and they are monitoring these kind of events, okay? And this is what they need. And that will encourage them, say, we can do something because they are not united. Now, for the personality himself, Dr. Dan Pareno, of course, so when you see it, then you know, say, you have some sort of people who do not like you at the top, right? Now, if I say, when you see what military, and you will see the expedited action that would occur, right, from the top to the down, and because say you're teaching Kofubi and all that. Okay, we need a sort of speed to happen with whatever investigation they are going to do.
Yes.
Siciano. Okay. Now, if we don't do that, we are giving opportunity for the other senior officers. They may not likely go and sit somewhere for the videos or audios to come out. But Isumuno, they will do something and then take the man off for their own good. All right. Now, Yenipa, as
that's a coup between
within the
not
the nationwide, but within the hierarchy service and all that. They've given us the history, right? The number of COPs and Yenipa, right? It do be our needs get to a certain level. So we need the power. Maslow's needs of theory.
Yeah.
You need the power. And that's one of the things he explains. Even one day to be an IGP, Kojo, there are a lot of things you take home. Right? And Siciano, for the man himself, well, it means he has to have double personal protection for himself.
Sure. Okay.
It means that he's not going to have 100% trust for those he works with, which is very crucial. Say, if there's no trust, then how do you achieve your goals? Right? Yeah. Regarding to the security of the country. Now, the people come first. Internal security comes first. And to say, because of your own personal gains, want to overthrow the IGP, I think is very bad. And it's very, very unfortunate. And going forward, no, this has presented the opportunity to say, now you tackle this issue. Because going into 2024, the stakes are high, right? And when we look at what the steps this IGP has taken, politicians could now stage so say we won't hand power to whatever the other party. Yen will be advocating say there should be some kind of sitting down, Giorgio, and he did it. He called a seminar, right, with the two parties. No, catch him say, Jack, this is not good. Okay? Now, Siciano, it seems say he is doing his best with regards to ensuring, say, going into 2024, no, you bring your peace. Now, what can happen now? Let's say, unless the investigations are sped up, no, otherwise, we want to know the results of this. No, it will serve as a deterrent, of course, to other senior officers, not only in the police service, but all the security systems involved. Because you can't election observation, they are all together. Minyanika say, if they don't invite you, you don't come in. We need a collaboration and cooperation going into 2024. And for whoever wins, per the law, no, you don't have to side. You be neutral from before, during, and after, right? So we are hoping, say, that neutrality will be there. But with what we've seen, no, as he said, the trust of the people, we don't know what is going to happen. What I say, we are the whole lot of suspicions and questions that are being asked with regards to internal security.
Okay.
Into what is going on, Speaker, Honorable Babin, setting up a committee or whatever they are going to institute and implement, all this is in the right direction. But Yansha say, in Kabum, with the hierarchy, it's important for us to keep the peace, right? And then we shouldn't open the door for threats that we want to avoid to now come in.
If also you're neutral, see you open a ten voice for me. I should say, I'm going to do phone. Would that serve as basis? Say, I'm a fee service in one.
He's even working out. I mean, he's on his way out.
The point is
because of the I mean, okay, okay.
So Oshe police in Brana, but with this kind of attitude, you know, one, you just step aside. So you can also say what I've done is very wrong. I just step aside. And now say, now if preliminary investigations echo Sony who say, yes, the evidence is so strong, you know, then they'll just give him exit. Or whatever it is. What I say. Okay. But Sisiano, from discussions I have, you know, the neutrality, you know, is very difficult, questionable. What I say. But we can only hope, say, Nipa na appointing say umbidi security in terms of Ghana police internal will be neutral as much as possible. Going into elections, you know, even without elections, the approach to issues security internally, it has to be neutral, devoid of partisan politics. Okay. Now, one thing I say, going forward is to say, probably we need a civil society organization to come out vocal, say, these kind of political promotions, you know, there should be a cut, right? Now, if any government comes into power, he explained very vividly, say, because some people in the service have contributed to party coffers, you know, it's their right. They assemble names, go and give to whoever. Now the political promotions comes in. Does it really help the internal security of the country? Okay. No. Okay. Right? Because Ubichimenya Obiam, Sebe, on drew that level, say, Obidu rank, no. He doesn't have the capacity, the knowledge, the know-how. But one man is rank now. What do you expect him to do? And what exactly would he even do? We all know the results that will come out. Okay. One of the things that political promotions,
okay. Now, the mechanism of appointment, you know, we'll come to the committee, but say the appointment also contribute here. Now, UK, for example, I say, now me share why they appointed commissioner. I say, under the terms of the Police Reform and Social Responsibility Act 2011, passed when Theresa May was Home Secretary, the commissioner is formally appointed by the King on the recommendation on the recommendation of the Home Secretary. Very good. In practice, this means they are appointed by the Home Secretary. Now, say when making their recommendations, the Home Secretary must take into account any recommendation from the Mayor of London. Before the Home Secretary, blah, blah, said the new commissioner must tackle policing culture, blah, blah. But now me share who is commissioner is who said the King formally does the appointment, but based on the recommendation of the Home Secretary, Home Secretary also a point from the Mayor of London.
Very good.
So the political figures.
Yeah, exactly. So political appointment is there.
Of course.
I'll say the commissioner is accountable to the Mayor's office for policing and crime, which is headed by the Mayor of London and run by the Deputy Mayor for policing and crime. Okay.
So it's like the DISEC and RECSEC that
Now, Oko Americans, so because I wanted to really get all of those.
Those comparisons.
Yeah. I'll say the Chief of Police is the highest ranking officer in the police department. The Chief of Police is appointed by the Mayor, but is subject to the approval of a committee. Now, I'll say
very good.
I'll say the Chief of Police is appointed by and reports directly to the Capitol Police Board, which is composed of the Sergeant at Arms in the U.S. House of Representatives, the Sergeant at Arms of the U.S. Senate, and the Architect of the Capitol. In terms of the U.S., it has several oncophobia together.
Now, Police Board.
Yeah, Oshe Ghana architecture now. Does it play a role in Adewe? I remember.
You see, Edin, boss in us as but over here, what we have is that we have what we call the Police Council. And Police Council is the constitutionally mandated body that oversees what goes on in the Ghana Police Service. And it is chaired by the Vice President of our land.
Yeah, sure. It is Londoner, the Vice Mayor. Good. NHS, you know.
The Vice President, the Chair Police Council. There will be one lower rank. I think an inspector will be part of the of it. then other senior officers, and then one retired officer will be also mostly appointed on the government. They will appoint 1 or 2 people to join, but mostly the men who in the past and they one more appointed them to join, and they are ex-police officers, sometimes very senior ones for that matter, and they boom to come and join the police board. Mr. Police Board, Police Council, sorry. Okay. So, one more recommendations for certain ranks. For those ranks to be granted or to be awarded to the affected officers. So what I say. So it's more or less the same. It's more or less the same. Okay. IGP upon the recommendations of the Police Council to the president, and then the president names him. So what I say. Yeah. But just as he said earlier, why not IGP? Na dia na mo na say nipa ni tu aye nimu. Are you going behind the curtain to do certain things, to destroy someone? Who can send me anya na prefer me ho? Because of IGP adi. Who make fake promises be want me ni so. Ya tram wo de anya na kedi ni bia ka ba se we mkra ba so. What does it? We know them. You go behind me doing all this. So that is the question I'm asking. Who you be bizarre? Now, who you anti Bosch audition into Uba made so dear. So, question was when you want to be more MB money winning, when the people money winning to Uba, oh, so Mr. Samuel Cotton Bibiana. At the Empire, but my abros over you. I will be to me. Have you forgotten your core mandate? So, when you core mandate, that's one young trust, you will be able to do your work and do it diligently. But when you got trust, afraid men know the Bonao Jacob Bobo. Never lose focus on your target. In the idea, you say you're Nnawotwi. Because what do you commissioner? Commissioner be answered by IGP. In the Isaiah or two ways, many penny. But see, a balance among them, no, Yan Najidian, IGP be any idea what one the other commissioners would that, Mamaican hand. They know. Into Asha, any time there's a new IGP, or immediately there'll be changes at the top. What they look at the police officers at what top one, the ACPs the DCOPs including even the ASPs, all the way down to the ASPs. She said the city. Say there's a sundown party watching. Ubumushika for Basamba. No Mobican. When upon one, sorry, by Kudalo rather. Kudalo was the IGP on nowhere. He was nowhere near the headquarters. Oh, of course.
There's Obi about the favorite man. Send it, and it means there's no well like and structured.
I don't know about Obedi police, no, but it was one design on what to us. Obi about or funny. Hey, director finance business, director HR business, director legal business, that be a change. Would you promise go and check the names of the officers occupying this portfolio I've mentioned? That's the change of IGP bar, Sanford BC with a man bear 1 year maximum. Who wants to say officers at this name, you know, so one retirement in Kwa, all of them would be changed. Why do you change them? Is it because their ranks are not fit for those officers? They are fit. But Obia Pro, he feels that he can be comfortable with to be around him.
Okay.
Into best swap, I changes are nothing when you're on the team. And no poker on the team Mumpono. At some point, who say, as a minute, Nanaka, a champion penny. Not and put none of the
Okay. Okay.
But I don't put the other sometimes I find say any part. And the only where people meet, there's always friction. So that's it. Yeah. And these things are more or less possible to be seen, but we need not to see it in its large fold. Okay. Rather in a very minimal manner. Instead, having any gross effect on your work. Okay. So what I say? But Kobana say yes, suman and some kind be a bedinya with man say yanosua. A kuti man. A man can call him or mining can call at large and them. Okay. Because maybe I'm biano, it has a gross effect on the nation at large. So where you misbehave, it means the country is also going to misbehave. And say okay, no see. Say yan 2 amount probably and friends decide you are not going. Make what Amaka. The message is why involved. They should be dismissed outright.
Okay. All right. Here.
That outright dismissal will serve as a deterrent not just to police service, to those under the interior ministry, the prisons, the immigration, the fire service, the whatever, name them.
Okay.
Woman and also can be so as a military sabling can also. Okay. It's young for America to know. Yeah. And ma be seen national to the movie because this and they unnecessary recording. What's not the kind of we are recordable. Na quite a different version altogether.
Okay, yo, Mate, medase. Member Honour Bem, but no council, police council, production team. The full composition.
Membership, okay.
Yeah, I'll say a chairman who shall be appointed by the president, acting in consultation with the Council of State. Minister responsible for the interior.
Very good.
The Inspector General of Police himself. The Attorney General or his representative. A lawyer nominated by the Ghana Bar Association. A representative of the Retired Senior Police Officers Association, 2 members of the police service appointed by the president, acting in consultation with the Council of State, one of whom shall be of a junior rank.
It's mostly on board.
2 other members appointed by the president. Omo functions also the police council advises the president on matters relating to internal security. The 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana also makes provision for the establishment of regional police committees in all the 10 administrative regions of the country. That is the
that time it was 10, but now it is 16.
Yeah.
But just a quick correction. I want to say, the chairman shall be appointed by the president. I guess because there have been times that the vice president was not chairing.
Okay.
But
okay,
so not in terms of the chair, then the Armed Forces Council and the Police Council. Now you see the vice president chairing that committee.
So it means that originally president will appoint, but as a vice
with the money.
Anyway, Mate. More just a minute. Maybe you have a point.
I am just making a point in terms of the appointing mechanism. Look, I am not meeting Crawford you bet me ama police institution no independent such that there will not be any political influence in the appointment of IGP. So long as I democracy too, now I see a rule of law no, there's no any thought or school of thought a bit my possible say obey appointed IGP na abai not so no enya link and na influence kakra enya adwuma.
Okay.
Sort as okay. Enti nyina ye njintum sa now the hian say sa IGP na ya appoint no ne adwuma wo ye no oman ni nyina hu ne sen. And by the constitution no is he fulfilling what the constitution requires of him.
Okay.
And again, the government that he's supposed to be loyal to, and then the people of the country know that he's supposed to serve.
But can he be
professionally
loyal to the government?
Because the crown you wear, the coat of arm, at the time, that is the government.
Okay.
So what I say, and yes, she intina President Kufuor na coat of arm no na yet the number plate.
Okay.
So what I say, ijinahoma omaino. Enti esesa oya loyal to omaino, ene abaino. Abain is not party.
Okay.
Yanti asesa.
Okay.
Just a second. The police service is part of the executive.
Okay.
Of course.
So that's Abano, the NO should be linked to that point. So once you're part of the executive, you automatically
Abano ewomu. Inti Abano nye political party.
Okay.
Abano ne omaino. Any president no ne nsisa ya odi eye adwuma no. Ndi se omai man gi wadwuma wo ye tum. Na ye nyina ye ne gi ye hu se ampa se se asomdwa ba omai ni mu. Crime so eso ate. Afei nkrofo timi nante eye ne omo pe se ne the Global Peace Index. Omo scheme of marking ne omo rating ne tie no ye hu ne say sa na ekoso a it means who IGP no nobody except the president who has the power to appoint you will say ene de ma hu no ebia ne awa ye emwa nti adu besi form
mate now parliamentarians or ombe probing to this particular tape now omo be yinko for 7 to form the committee omo terms of reference ni be say the investigation no the committee has been set up. I think it was set up Friday. Yes. 7 member committee. Individual names, but I'm sure my producers will get it for me. But on terms of reference in the I'll say the to establish the following: 1,
very good,
the authenticity of the leaked audio recording. First. 2, investigate the conspiracy to remove the current Inspector General of Police. 3, investigate any other matter contained in the audio recording. 4, recommend sanctions to persons found culpable where appropriate. 5, make recommendations for reforms where necessary. 6, make such other recommendations and consequential orders as the committee may deem appropriate. Dr. Doke,
yes.
what are you saying?
edane kwa so no, right? And this is very good in a sense. Say you the TORs now, Mamana would now establish what actually happened. Who are those who are involved? What I say now, enokra so no bema. If there are other senior officers, this particular COP say, Onko representatives, we will also get to know all of them. What I say,
even those who went with him.
That's it. it will link up, right? It may spill over, and then we get more information. Not even only in the police service, but even in the sister security agencies. What I say. Now it can be so like the law, right? That would be applied, okay, in terms of punishment, those two politicians also. In Kayenshim say, no say what I say, because it's high time.
The politicians they met.
Yes, it's high time we have to let these politicians know. Say, you cannot always have your way. Infiltrate the internal security. It's not a good thing. It is very dangerous. It is a set example with one or two politicians that they will know. Say, this is not the way to go. And then going into 2024, we will have a very free, fair election. Nobody would complain whether you lose or win. It will be very fair.
Okay, but Kwan Benson, I able to me my investigation were useful. I'm sure in the past we've heard of several investigations. In the end, the ancient and home. Kwan Benson between fire mama, yeah, mama probably are useful to the country.
Yeah, hope we say right after the investigations and recommendations, we will implement them. That's one of our problems. We do not implement recommendations. Then it gives the impetus to other people say we can also do the same. And then these politicians will have their way every time because it's here. We can just have our way. And the best way, the effective way we will have a solution to this issue is say, let's implement the recommendations that will come out. And no. Then we'll have the civil society also speaking up. What I say, they should monitor these proceedings. It is a recommendation back out, and it's not implemented. Then we'll know what actions to take. But the civil society also should be vocal about this.
Okay. Interesting.
I think I wanted to add something here.
Okay.
Committee Parliament is setting. The committee.
7-member committee.
Okay.
Yeah.
The committee, in my opinion, should have certain link with the police council. The reason is that, like lawyer said, the police form part of the executive. And now, the police council, chaired by the vice president and other senior officers and also attorney general, say recommendation you more kwakoye. Ekoba say, ebia baby esemra any obidia. Ni nyina no beba beto attorney general so and I so say, how are we going to because parliament cannot prosecute. And the recommendation will be handed over to the state attorney. Say way. Now, there should be that collaboration, in my opinion, from the police council and then the parliament. And to say police council also gives her authority and say ampa near esi yenina yejitum. And to the body nukra na ye constitute more mabe yes sir inquiry we no. Police council also have a rep in it.
Okay.
Otherwise,
7-member parliament
yes.
Yeah, my police council member.
3 from here, and then 1 independent. In my opinion,
the one should be from the police council.
Very good.
Okay.
Parliament should recommend that to the police council. Say, ye be pese sa de we ye no. Ebia ye ne mo na ye ntino. Baako emra emer ye rep e wa ha sei. Eno be ma oman ye nyina ye ti he ya giatum say probe no ya giatum. Enti se bribi ba kofri mu ba ye be expect say police council ebetimi atu anamon ama attorney general so atu anamon na fe se na wo hwe say how can we implement the recommendation no ne ankoye say parliament nko na aye bidibi na fe the executive no mo power to appoint IGP ni hwan no they don't seem to want to implement what parliament is saying. So I think say that collaboration should be there from the onset. Now, I'm sure will be because the army who say so mo koye parliament in Kwans estate no mo yes I deal with police council have the responsibility
to implement
and also to make sure that they oversee the police activities in the country, how they regulate it, and they
are talking about reforms.
Exactly.
Okay.
So there's the need for them to have a rep in it. Otherwise, yes.
Okay. You better wrap up this conversation here. Eric Kubodi says, I'm enjoying the best show live. Happy birthday to my lovely son, Theophilus Bafo Jao Bodi. He attends Methodist Primary Bichip. May God bless him. Regards to Honorable Alan Chamanting. Good morning, watching from UK. Any serious country, anyone involved would have been sacked by now. So what work is the information minister doing? The information minister must come out and say something. Seriously, what a country. Juliana Belinda Obri. Nadia Odefi UK Eba any can Tammy Francis say keep up the good work. Okay. Also bet me alcohol no waja wadwin chre na you're dealing with it. But finally, the answer yes my question no. Ade we a question treasonable and I to say lawyer.
Mom, you send you prefer charges after wire investigations. Okay. Money investigations in India and Odia say okay. Yeah, and that's the A, B, C, D, and a chelasa or the way in the same way.
The minority don't say treasonable.
Oh, so to admit Indian. I mean, I don't have a problem with the minutes. Okay. But say treasonable, we need evidence to prove that it's treasonable. So that's and you know, maybe the madam dear. Can investigations now our my baby you baby, you know. And name A, B, C, D.
Okay.
So that's and then that can push you to them prefer the appropriate name or charge to what about that they have done.
Okay.
And that's a word on me and my body.
Okay.
And they yet me and can say treason no say them when be maybe.
Okay.
And not there suffer temper for it.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay.
Bible say abofra ne ye na ade hu no. It's ka we penyin say it be do ne ye hu say we ye penyin. So what does it? But the way you say with Africa, we're penning the so then trade.
Okay. You.
What does it? And yes, I support the call from Parliament. The step that they are taking. I think I share the view of Nananso or can say, I mean, at least that one, no.
Yeah,
if you council no back and you bad anyway. And then near say, you know, see the problem as Mr. was saying is set committee better say, commission better say, what about better say? What can you say on your recommendation? Why am I? Well, the man we are, then you see us having issues with the recommendation.
Okay.
A classic example here, I was ago. We saw it.
Mate.
Commission more trans with retired Supreme Court judge in
Mate. Yeah, Mate. Yo,
some few seconds. One important thing I see when you say within from the rank of ACP and above, per the police code of conduct and the disciplinary procedure services, it's only the police council that can decide and implement punishment for you.
Okay.
Against that rank.
Okay.
Right. And this is where this it falls within the purview of the police council to implement those sanctions.
Mate, Medasi. Kofi from Kwesmin team says, secret for me are always true. That's why we don't say that. False has been leaked, but rather said. Truth is the only thing which can be leaked. So the moral conclusion for me is that what we heard were the truthful conversation planning a ploy. If we have to use legal means to uncover the faces, that's ethical. But to legal umbrella to poo-poo it will be so unethical. On the last part of the mentality, but yeah, on the or they are by any. Okay. And the medasi be take a break or high bar. Yeah, the kind of better to Dr. Victor Doke on or a lecturer also fee muna okochra the antidoc medasi say to Safrewa only a beche Saturday morning. Detective Samuel Nana appeal Owusu onon so beka ye ho ewo ha no or your CEO, Global Intelligence and Security Analysis Center, or a former police officer. Thank you so much. Lawyer there, the discussion kind of better to say Parliament for your margin say member call friends court on bedinate minority in the council speaker said that be okwa mem fan say absent of permission member co absent. Say 12 to 15 or seat no, you be declared as vacant. Yeba, dwenje, oni entra.